Careful people report the truth. Welcome to GPDN Weekly News. I'm Ella Lee. First of all, let's look at world news headlines of this week. Britain's vote to leave the EU has shaken and divided the European Parliament. On June 28th, UK Prime Minister David Cameron met with leaders of the other 27 EU states for the first time since its referendum. The European Parliament in Brussels had its first debate on Brexit with bitter exchanges. It passes a motion to urge the UK to immediately trigger Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty, which stipulates that the UK exit has to be negotiated with other member states in a period of 2 years. Israel and Turkey have finished a deal to end a 6-year conflict over the killing of 10 Turkish activists on a Gaza-bound ship by Israeli troops. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said this deal would bring stability to the Middle East. Israel agreed to pay $20 million in compensation, and Turkey will be allowed to send humanitarian aid to Gaza and invest in a series of development projects there. The deal also opens the path for a major natural gas deal between the two countries. A group of clerics in Pakistan has declared on June 26 that transgender marriage is legal under his Islamic law. The debate over the rights of transgender people has heated up after a transgender activist, Alicia, died last month because she was reportedly refused medical treatment. This religious decree or fatwa declared that transgender people with clear indication on their body may marry someone of the opposite sex. Although it's not legally binding, any attended act of discrimination would be seen as a crime under Islam. On June 28th, researchers at Oxford and Durham universities presented a finding that a huge amount of helium was discovered within Tanzania's East Rift Valley. The researchers said that volcanic activity could have provided enough heat to drive out helium, and the gas accumulates in underground caverns. The rare gas is vital for making MRI scanners and can be used in many other fields, and the find could be a game changer as world supply is running out. With the U.S. presidential election approaching, race tensions are high in the U.S. One survey shows that most Black Americans think they are treated unfairly. 71% of Black Americans surveyed says they have experienced discrimination. And regarding economic security, gaps between Black and white have widened. Overall, the Black Americans think racial equality is still a problem in the U.S. They are twice than the whites to say there is not enough attention on race relations. Now let's look at GPDN focus of this week. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen made her first official visit to Panama and Paraguay after taking office. She touched down Paraguay on June 28th and delivered a speech at the Congress, stressing the friendship between Taiwan and Paraguay, and said they will continue deepening the diplomatic ties. Tsai finished her 9-day trip on July 2nd after a stopover in Los Angeles. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen arrived in Paraguay on June 28th on the second leg in her 9-day official visit to Taiwan's diplomatic ties, Panama and Paraguay. On the second day of her stay in Paraguay, Tsai held a bilateral talk with President Horacio Cartes and said that Paraguay is one of Taiwan's diplomatic allies which have deepest ties and cooperation, and she hopes the relations continue to expand. Tsai showed gratitude to President Cartes for supporting Taiwan in international communities, and President Cartes, who came to power in 2013, voiced support for Taiwan in the United Nations these years. He stressed that Paraguay would not change its standpoint. Tsai also said the nature of Taiwan and Paraguay's industrial structures is complementary, so she expects more interaction and cooperation between public and private sectors of the two nations. Tsai also addressed the Paraguayan Congress and was welcomed by Mario Abdo Benitez, President of the Senate. In her speech, she stated that two nations share similar experiences of fighting for democracy and freedom. Our friendship is firmly grounded in such shared universal values as democracy, freedom, and respect for human rights. After the 3-day stay in Paraguay, Tsai arrived in Los Angeles on June 30th, making a stopover on the returning leg. She met with Taiwan expatriates and several U.S. officials there, and she returned to Taiwan on July 2nd. Ella Lee, GPDN. A national zoo in Washington, D.C. is holding a special exhibition of huge sculptures which are all made of plastic trash. A non-profit environmental group who created these artworks hopes more people to pay attention to the global problem of serious plastic pollution in the oceans. And the visitors said they will be more attentive to the way they use plastics. A huge parrotfish, a tufted puffin seabird, a colorful starfish, and more are displayed at a National Zoological Park in Washington, D.C. If you take a closer look, you will surprisingly find these beautiful and artistic sculptures are all made of plastic toys, a hair comb, bottle caps, and plastic pollution directly recovered from the sea. The National Zoo hosts this exhibition called Washed Ashore Art to Save the Sea that consists of many large sculptures throughout the summer. This special exhibition highlights the global problem of serious plastic pollution that threatens marine lives. The sculptures are made by Angela Hazelton Pottsy and thousands of volunteers. Pottsy said they have processed about 18 tons of garbage from the beaches, and pollution is a worldwide issue. 17 out of the 68 sculptures Pottsy has created in total are exhibited at the zoo. The whalebone ribcage is assembled by the bleach bottles. The blue marlin has flip-flops inside its mouth, and the jellyfish is made of hundreds of water bottles. According to a recent study, about 8 million tons of plastic trash goes to the oceans each year, causing a devastating effect to marine lives. She hopes to raise the awareness of pollution problem. Visitors of all ages seem to understand the message that the exhibition aims to convey. They said they have to pay more attention to what they do with the things they use. The artworks will travel to many other places to reach as many people as possible and encourage them to take actions to save our seas. Ilali, GPDN. We can do more to save our oceans just by some simple acts, such as reduce the use of single-use plastics or make sure you don't leave any trash when you go out to any outdoor environment. Thank you for watching today. I'm Ilali. See you next time.